All right, what's up guys? In today's short video, I'm gonna show you how I biohack my water and how you can biohack your water for increased energy, focus, mental clarity, and all that stuff that we all could use more of. So the most important thing with biohacking your water is the water that you start with. And you don't wanna start with water straight out of the tap, which studies have found is loaded up with all sorts of chemicals, pesticides, prescription drugs, vaccines, and things that we don't want to be putting in our body. Not to mention the chlorine and the fluoride that a lot of city municipalities add. So we want to start with a good, clean water source. If you want to look for a natural water source in your area, you can go to a site like findaspring.com. You put in your zip code and it can tell you where you can find natural springs that come from aquifers deep within the earth. If you'd rather just have your water delivered or you want to go out and buy it, my favorite source is Mountain Valley spring water. It's clean, it comes from a natural source, and some of the other benefits, aside from just not having all of that junk in there that you don't want to be putting in your body that can interfere with energy production and weight loss, is that the smaller particle size of Mountain Valley spring water and some of these other water sources that I'll mention, it's more easily absorbed by our cells. So you'll see a lot of this and these things that we're going to add to the water, it comes down to helping with the electrical signaling that goes on throughout your body, throughout the central nervous system, and helping fluids transport across cell membranes. So keeping that in mind. So here we've got Mountain Valley spring water. That's my favorite commercial source of water, but you've also got Voss water, which comes from a good source, and Penta water is also pretty good. Again, my favorite is Mountain Valley spring water. I have it delivered in big 5-gallon bubblers to my house, and what I'll do is I'll get a couple 12 bottle cases, like 12 big 1-liter bottles. I get some of the spring water and I get some of the sparkling water. And every morning I'll do a glass of sparkling water, Mountain Valley spring sparkling water. I'll juice in like a lemon or a lime. And I use organic lemons and limes so that I can save the lemon and the lime to go in a shake later. And why would I do that? I know it sounds gross. Well, the reason is that the peels actually have 5 to 10 times more nutrients than the actual juice. So when you add those peels into your shakes, you're getting tons more nutrients, but you're also getting beneficial compounds like limonene and Q40 that have been shown to have powerful anti-cancer benefits. So that's a cool little bonus tip there for you. So let's biohack this water. We've got some Mountain Valley spring water here, and then we're gonna add a number of compounds that I add to my water that all help with energy production and optimizing health. So here we have an electrolyte supplement. A lot of times people, when their bodies are depleted, they know that we need electrolytes because that helps with cellular health and helping us to feel vibrant and energized, and making sure that we don't cramp and that our brains and nerves are firing the way that we want them to. But a lot of these commercial sports drinks, they come with fructose and other sweeteners that can interfere with some of our other goals, maybe regulating blood sugar or optimizing fat loss. So I use a little bit of this Trace Minerals Research 40,000 volts. It's a combination of one of their most popular products, and then there's some added life salts in there, and you put about 80 drops in, which I don't measure. I usually just put a few squirts and estimate. The downside to this is that it does taste a little bit like seawater. So if you're really sensitive to what you're drinking, you may want to skip this one or work your way up to it. Sometimes I'll have clients and we'll biohack their water, and then I'll give them another smaller glass so they could just take the 40,000 volts like a shot. Here we have Dr. Patrick Flanagan's Crystal Energy Supplement. What's really cool about Crystal Energy is Dr. Flanagan studied the Hunza water. So there's the Hunza people, and it's a blue zone where people have a tendency to live much longer than they do in other parts of the world. There's a lot of centenarians, and they were looking at the water that the Hunza were drinking, and they found that it was really rich in silica and these negatively charged hydrogen ions. And when you break things down to a quantum level, this negative charge, these negative electrons, are used in the body as a natural antioxidant. So one of the primary mechanisms of human aging is damage to our DNA because of excess free radicals in the body. And when we make efforts to ingest hydrogen that contains these negative electrons, those electrons act as natural antioxidants in the body. They slow down the aging process. They rapidly increase the rate at which fluids and nutrients move across our cellular membrane by about 2.5 times. So I'll add 10 drops of the crystal energy to my water. And you can do this up to 3 times a day. I think that's about 10. Lost track while I was talking to you. And that helps with getting your cells to absorb more nutrients and improving hydration. Then you've got fulvic acid, which is, again, one of nature's most powerful electrolytes. It's produced by soil-based organisms, and there's a lot of research showing fulvic acid to have benefits that go far beyond just energy and focus, but also improving a number of health conditions and optimizing cellular health. So you do 7 drops of the fulvic acid, and this is a concentrated form up to 350 times. So you're getting your additional ionic minerals there. Cell food, which is a supplement that helps with oxygenation. If you break down energy production to the simplest form, our cells make energy using oxygen and food, right? So we take in nutrients from our food and we take in oxygen, and then the little energy powerhouses in our cells called mitochondria take those two things and they use that to produce ATP, which our body then uses for energy. So anything that we can do to improve oxygen saturation in our body will have a beneficial impact on energy production. So here I'll add another 8 drops of cell food. And then last but not least, if you want an added bonus, in this little tincture is Wise Woman Herbal's Mood Enhancer. So it contains a lot of beneficial herbs that help with achieving a state of relaxation and focus and elevating neurotransmitters like serotonin. They found in people that have high levels of cravings, difficulty losing weight, these serotonin levels are often depleted. So serotonin is the same neurotransmitter that is increased in the body by taking prescription drugs like Prozac. Well, you can do that naturally with Wise Woman Herbal's Mood Enhancer. So you've got lemon balm and you've got St. John's wort and a lot of these natural compounds that help to increase levels of dopamine and serotonin and norepinephrine and GABA so that you feel more calm and focused throughout the day. And I like to do 3 droppers of the Wise Woman Herbals per day. And you'll just notice things rolling off your shoulders a little bit easier, and less frustration and tension throughout the day. So you start with a good water source like Mountain Valley Spring Water, Penta Water, Voss Water, any of those work well. Or you could find a source close to you that comes from within the earth, like by going to findaspring.com. And that's good because those water molecules are smaller than some of the bigger clustered water molecules that come through the copper pipes in our city's municipality and can have a harder time getting into our cells. So then when you've got the right size water molecules that are free from all of the chemicals and additives, then you can soup up your water with some of these biohacking tools that I like to use to optimize energy and focus every day. And then you have your finished product, the biohacked water. And you can do that 3 times a day. And that's what I like to do. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for your time.